This exchange between Ja and Klay, like, it seemed a lot more personal to the point where I didn't even, when they translated it after and said that he called him a bum, I truly thought that he might have said something about Meg or something, because the way that Klay looked, he was pissed. So just seeing that and just kind of how that interaction went, especially knowing how good of a player, I don't want to say, I mean, Klay is.
I'm about Klay Thompson. Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay. Like, come on.
He said that?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, he's got a beautiful speaking of BBL.
Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, man.
One player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. I can't wait to retweet that thing. Freaking bum. That I had to watch that. I'm just like, this freaking clown. Okay.
Thank you for all of your coverage. I've been observing you for some time. I recently subscribed to yours as well, buddy. And pay attention, dude. When you own some, you occasionally have to check on your co-host to see whether they are out of pocket. Indeed, even if it means doing it in public. The one thing we have to commend Cam and Mase for is their consistency. These men will make sure you follow the same rules as everyone else, regardless of who you are or what your function is. Do you guys recall how Melissa Ford on the Joe Budden podcast got into a heated argument with Cameron last year when she attempted to conclude a tale Cam gave on his show? Cam shared a story about visiting a certain location. Melissa Ford then appeared on the Joe Budden program, speculating that Cam was attempting to attach an offensive label entitled to his garment. It turns out that Cam just dislikes hypotheticals and what-ifs. They were discussing the altercation that occurred off the court between Klay Thompson and John Morant, which, as anyone who watches basketball would know, is simply a continuation of their feud from when Klay Thompson was a Golden State player. Memphis and Golden State are rivals. Even though these men will argue and disparage one another, basketball is ultimately what matters. Nothing less, nothing more. Therefore, these guys had to end it right away when they heard their co-host, Treasure Wilson, often known as State, attempting to hide the possibility that their disagreement was personal or that Ja had mentioned Megan Thee Stallion. This is what they stated.
This exchange between Ja and Klay, like, it seemed a lot more personal to the point where I didn't even, when they translated it after and said that he called him a bum, I truly thought that he might have said something about Meg or something, because the way that Klay looked, he was pissed. So just seeing that and just kind of how that interaction went, especially knowing how good of a player, I don't want to say, I mean, Klay is, it was something else there that just made me feel like, damn, I don't really know how I feel about
the whole
it.
Shit.
I did, because that's how it looked. Because I was like, dang,
power.
you know, no,
black woman power.
No, because where I'm going with this is that there are some words that you say that don't really offend somebody versus do, and then for whatever reason, I just felt like bum really, and then even what Klay had to say after.
Why are you gonna say something about his mother or his father?
It could be that too.
You just
but
the
recency of how things have been going and seeing how he's been also sticking. I was just like, damn.
Status getting paid by Black Girl Magic.
No, I'm just saying what I see. I was like, damn, for Klay to react the way that he did he just call him a bum or was it something else?
Shout out to the black girls.
Even
shout out to the black girls. Sab, you want to give him a shout out?
No, I'm just saying that's how it looks. But even if it was just that cool, but I'm just like, that exchange was just a lot to me.
This Klay Thompson going back to Golden State, been beefing with these niggas though.
Yeah.
This ain't like no one-time thing. I remember he got kicked out, he's waving up, get a ring. Yeah. Somebody on their team arm got broke before on Golden State, a rookie or something. Like, this shit ain't really no new shit between Klay Thompson and the Memphis Grizzlies. This has been going on for like 3-4 years.
I just think at the point of how we've seen where Klay is going, timing also makes a play into here too. So the way that I viewed it, I'm just like, that hit him differently. That's how I viewed it. So
yeah, it's like beefing with somebody that you've been beefing with for the longest, but every other year you've been beefing with them, you've been producing. Now you're not producing, and the same argument is going on. So that's why you got to take it physical when you're not the same player. This is how people are in the park. When they no longer can play, they start fouling niggas.
But to Klay Thompson's point, you ain't the same player, nigga. And
that's
you young.
True.
And you, as a matter of fact, you not even playing.
Yeah. You're right. So that's even a better point. He said, I'm older. That's why I'm not playing. Why are you not playing?
Yeah.
And I could see that argument going on and on, but this is why you got This is why you got to retire, because you got to leave out when you're great so people can speak of you in a great way if greatness is what you want to be spoken of.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then just gonna wrap it back to kind of what you were saying earlier, because we saw Ja wasn't playing in this game. The quote you said, "Whoever exalts himself will be humbled." And I'm just like, Ja, you got a lot to figure out. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at
and Stat, you can give a shout out to the black girls. We support the black girls here, Stat. You don't have to sneak Megan in.
I was just about to say we definitely support black females, but for you to just
we knew that though.
Yeah, but you just threw a name in there like you was a lip reader.
Nah, because I'm not a lip reader, but the things these lip readers be uncovering, I was like, damn, you sure you just called him a bum? Because damn, like, how did it get to that point? But I mean, y'all know where I stand, and I know where y'all stand. And we all stand on the same plane.
They call people bums every day, Stat.
Yeah, but this one just looked a little personal. That's all I had to say.
Now, congratulations to Cam and Mase for putting an end to this, but not attempting to use Meg's name as leverage, for being untidy, and for not wanting to come across as ignorant, especially when you brand yourself a sports platform. Now, even if Stat is young and most likely doesn't know Golden State's history with Memphis, you have to know when to simply rely on something you don't know much about. I do want to give her a small amount of bail now. Klay Thompson criticized Pat Beverly and his podcast host last week for his extremely offensive remarks about Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm about Klay Thompson. Y'all steady trying to get him a pass. I ain't never seen Klay not shoot it like this. And for him to say I'm out of my prime, like, come on, Klay, like, come on.
He said that?
Yeah.
How many? Yeah, he's got a beautiful. Speaking of BBL.
Yeah.
I'm from West Virginia, man. I've been taught a lot by some old folks, old white folks. It only takes one pussy to drag a battleship across the desert. That's how powerful it is. So
most wars
it got something to, you know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson, I ain't saying that's what it is, but that might be what it is.
It's so disgusting and disturbing, especially from someone who played in the NBA, he remarked, referring to my lady. If I made such a reference to your wife, how would you all feel? Pat, do better, guys. Beverly, very disappointing. Perhaps Stat thought, oh well, maybe other NBA players are also dissing Megan Thee Stallion in front of Klay's face after seeing this headline circulating. That was just untrue. Klay Thompson was referred to as a bum by Ja Morant. They alternated disparaging one another. Following the Warriors' 2022 NBA championship, Klay Thompson labeled Ja Morant a bum in an interview.
One player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. I can't wait to retweet that thing. Freaking bum. I had to watch that. I'm just like, this freaking clown. Okay.
That is the entire history of the entire situation involving Klay Thompson and Ja Morant. It has nothing to do with Megan Thee Stallion. Cameron Mase deserves praise for spotting it early on and stopping it before Stat tries to turn it into a Megan Thee Stallion/black women situation. Please leave a remark below, similar to this video. Become a subscriber to my channel. Man, I'll see you guys later.